purpose, and he said it is to go, 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 go and share my story. I said, Lord, I will, because you died for a debt I couldn't pay. Oh, why would I give my life for a king? Oh, because he lost his for me.
Hey there, welcome to the sermon preview for this week. I'm Nick, I'm with Lance, and Lance has the opportunity to bring the message for us this week. So we heard a great sermon from Devin this past week, and Lance is going to be preaching this week. So Lance, remind everybody, what series are we in, and tell them a little bit about it.
Yeah, so we're in our My One series, and so this kind of comes off of our theme for the year, Be One, Make One.
Correct. Yep.
And so now we're really honing in on what does it mean to have a one, or who is my one. And so the next 5 weeks, so we're right in the middle of it. This week will be the middle, just looking at who is our one, how to be intentional with them.
Yes, yeah, right. And so we've looked at this a couple different ways, and we've looked at a couple different passages within that, and so we're just kind of continuing to zero in on what does that mean. So, Lance, one thing that we've done in this series is we've filmed these sermon previews in different locations, maybe to give ideas of ways for you to connect with your one in different ways. So, where are we filming today?
Yeah, so we're at the Creamery over here in Middlebury. So you know, barbecue, pretzels, coffee, ice cream, kind of a little bit of everything.
Yep.
So just a great place to bring someone where it's very casual, very open, and food's great too.
Right. I would highly recommend the brisket sandwich.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it. So, all right, Lance, tell everybody, what is the passage that we're looking at today, and what do we need to know about it?
Yeah, so we're looking at Mark 2, 1 through 12, and so we're looking at the 4 friends who lowered their friend who was paralyzed down to Jesus as he's teaching in this house.
Yes, okay.
And so when we look at this passage, it's kind of a Sunday school story. We kind of hear about it.
Yeah.
And this week we're really going to dig a little bit deeper into what it took for these friends to sacrifice to lower their friend down here, and the amount of work it took, but also how there's probably some risk involved a little bit too with different people, whether people thinking what would happen if the roof collapsed. So there's a lot more that goes into the story than just this super cool Sunday school Sunday school where these friends lowered their other friend in to see Jesus.
Yeah, so we think of that passage as like, oh, what great friends they were, but then I think we can also think about it like how difficult this actually was. They had to actually lift this man up to the roof of a house, which the houses back then probably looked different than what we have today, but they actually had to lift him up into there, and then they disassembled the roof, the ceiling, to lower him down to Jesus, right? But also, like, I think about in this passage, like what length they went to get their friend in front of Jesus. Yeah. Like, they stopped at nothing to be able to get their friend to Jesus because they knew what Jesus had to offer him, right? And I think there's something really impactful as we take this story and apply it to the idea of our one, of like, what are we willing to do to make sure that our one gets brought into the presence of Jesus, right? So just really a really powerful story that I think is going to connect really well with this series.
Yeah, super excited to bring the message this Sunday, obviously, and something just for you guys to think about is the intentionality that these friends had with their other friend. And so this week, as you're going about just relationships with your friends, coworkers, neighbors, whatever that is, really be thinking of how can I be intentional with them this week in a different way than what I normally would.
Yep. So some intentionality in that relationship with them. Yeah, great. All right, sounds great. We're going to see you then. See
ya. He gave us all a purpose, and he said it